Today I'm going to do a really quick flip through of the junk journal that I made for the Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge that Jessica over at Paper Terrace is hosting. And I showed in an earlier video this week all the supplies that I picked up from Dollar Tree to make this journal. So I just wanted to do a quick flip through and show you what I've got. This is by no means a finished product at all. It is just really the basics for it. I've got lots of orders that I need to work on and other things, so I've just got to kind of put a hold on this, but I wanted to do a quick video and show you. I did end up picking up 3 more things at Dollar Tree, and I'll just do an overlay here to show you. It's just a hair bow and then some of those organza bags, and then they had like a lanyard that was made of beads. I had a really hard time finding some. I wanted some ribbon to go on the side here for my tassel and beads, and this I just couldn't find anything. So that's what I ended up using to make that. Let me show you that first. If I can get this flipped around here kind of so you can see a little better. But I just used part of the bow to make the ribbony part, and then the tassel, I cut it apart. I didn't like the color of beads that it had for the other one, and I kind of wanted it to match this, so I kind of rearranged. But it was nice because it already had this top part up here for it, so that was great. And then I really wanted some gingham ribbon that they used to have there in the blue to kind of match, but they had none of that. They didn't even have any blue ribbon, so that's why I got those the bags, and I just took that apart, and then I used part of that same bag then to make the pretty on that. So let's just do a quick flip through here. Let me show you what I got. I ended up using this image for my front cover. I thought it was really pretty, and I used the book title to end up using for the title of my journal because I really liked that. With Great Things Take Time, I'm going to be using this for a YouTube idea book, so I can just jot all of my ideas down in here and the measurements and all that. And then for the back image of that, this is a calendar that I used, had the barn on it. I really wanted kind of a country theme, so this is what I ended up with. I did end up, I know I said in the haul video that I would end up using like some of the scraps that I have in my stash, but once I got to start making it, I thought, well, I really want this to be a challenge, and I really want everything to come from Dollar Tree that I'm going to use. So I didn't use any scraps in it. The only thing that I didn't use that wasn't from Dollar Tree was these brads that I end up using for my binding. They're just some big jumbo blue brads that I had on hand, and I didn't feel like doing a sewing it in. I mean, I could easily have done the pamphlet stitch, but I just wanted to use the brads for this. And I looked on Amazon, and they no longer have these particular ones in this color. They still have the same ones. They're not in this color, but I can link them below if that's something that so I may end up getting questions over. I found big ones, but that's where I got those. So I'll put a link to the ones they do have down in the description. It may be a color that you might use sometime. So let me just do a really fast, quick flip through here. This is the lace. I used it on the edge binding, and then also on the edge. And like I said, this is not done. This is just the foundation basics for it, because I am not a get it all done in one thing and then go back and journal. I come up with an idea, I'll journal, and then I like to make things to go with that page. So anyhow, this is what I've got, and I'll show you really fast. I did end up making a paper clip to go with it as well from those same pieces. And then I've got the one image of the truck that was on the front of the calendar, and then these I just made a couple of journal cards. I've used the index cards for that, and then these were the little things in the back of the calendar, the little squares that show what's on each big page. So these were really, I made a couple other little journal cards in here, but that's really all the embellishments that I made for this now, because like I said, I'll do that as I go along. But I end up using the one book that had all the inspirational quotes in it. throughout the whole thing. And then, like I said, I wanted lots and lots of space for journaling in here to be able to write my ideas on. So I used tons of these pages. There's that, and the one with the cow. And I did end up using that silver glittery vinyl that I had. Let me see, what was it called? Vinyl paper. That was, I've had on my stash. So I used that for some of the edges and to decorate with just a little bit. And this space is for my outside was just a file folder. So there's the cow. I made this one flip out this way, and I will still come back and decorate all that up more. This was one of the cards, craft cards that are in there. And again, we're going to just see lots of these journal pages. We'll do this really fast. That was the back of the truck, another journal, more quote. This was so cute with the chickens on the bicycle. And that page I just left blank to work in later. This is part of the church. Just really fast, more of the quoting and more journaling spots. And then I made this page, when you fold it over here, into an envelope. And so I just made a little journal card to go with that one by using part of the topper for that, and then another little calendar square. And then this was a house that was on the calendar, and a little laundry scene. And that leads us to the middle part, the back of the laundry scene. And I tried to keep in the edge of the file folder on here because I kind of look like tabs, and I'm a tab gal, so I'll come back in and add lots of tabs to this as I work on it. Here's another journal card with the index on the back for writing where it's lined. So there's nothing fancy to this at all. Tree on that side. More journal and more quotes. I love all the quotes in here. It's just going to encourage me to keep on going. And then the blank pink. And just more of the same there. There's the other part of the truck. And then that's the other side of the cow. Whoops, kind of a glare on that. Since it's a calendar, it does have the shiny to it. Then there's the back, and I've got another pocket. So that is it. I think this is really going to be a fun journal to work in, and I really had a great time making it. So if you ended up making one of these for the challenge, let me know. I'd love to come to your channel and watch it. And thanks again to Jessica for hosting this challenge. It was really fun. That's going to be it for today. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.